to dive into my live streams, obviously. But yeah, today I'm having a little trip down into Pollok Park via the train, and I've got my bicycle. Oops, got my bicycle with me as well. Unfortunately, I can't. I was hoping to cycle and live stream, but I've got this new gadget to go on this camera, really, DJI Action 5 Pro. But it has a connection to enable me to take my phone and stick it on there instead. And guess what I didn't bring? Yeah, I didn't bring that connection. So I'm afraid I'll have to walk along, pushing the bicycle and using my camera as is just now to get some footage in video. Well, that's it. Let me see where I'm starting off. Just to let you see where I'm starting. There you go. That's the bridge. The station's just up there. Fine arched bridge from Victorian times. It's the first time this little park, well, it's the first time I've found it open. And of course, dog walkers have found it as well. And don't bother to clean up, just let the dog do their mess. Yeah. Okay. Not all dog walkers are like that. So what I'm going to do is walk as far as I feel like, find somewhere to have my sandwich and my coffee. I've got my flask with me. I always think this is a great way to come into a park, isn't it? Hello, Kate. Hello, Kate. Yeah, I'm reading the chat just now. Thanks, that's okay. Hope you can hear me. Is my audio all right? Can you hear me? It's always an issue. I'm never too sure unless somebody actually tells me. Mm. It's a lovely park. Very, very popular. Oh, thanks, Benny. That's, or Kate, rather. Very kind of you. I was explaining at the beginning that I should have my phone, my iPhone, which I'm using just now. I should have it on a holder around my neck, which is where I have my DJI camera just now, videoing this. I forgot the attachment, so I'm having to hold this on a selfie stick. So apologies for that. Ah, brilliant. My grandson was learning Chinese for a while. He still knows a few Chinese words. This is good, isn't it? How's the reception? Is the picture good? Sometimes what I like to do is to try to zoom in on items of botanical interest, like these things here. How was that? I'm guessing the sound will be good because I have a throat mic attached. I don't think you can hear the bird song, can you? Yesterday on my live stream, Scottish fella was telling me that you could hear me clearly, but you could hear any ambient noise or anything around. Ah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm quite pleased about that. I'd like to have a lot more views, a lot more viewing hours, but thank you. It's very difficult to get new subscribers, I find. You know, I can go for a week with hardly a single extra subscriber. I find that live streams are very often quite good. So if I do a live stream and I get, 50 people overall looking in, sometimes one or two of those will look at my channel and subscribe to it, which is always appreciated. Ah, I think I have knee high like everybody else. That's right, isn't it? Now, he speaks a few words. And then his lessons, unfortunately, had to finish. But this is lovely today. I decided after my art class, I do an art class on a Monday morning. And this time I cycled to it. It's only about 10 minutes to cycle. And the railway station is another, 5 to 10 minutes from the art class in the village. Yeah, we're in Scotland here. All that white stuff down there, I think, is wild garlic. So, Kate, where are you then? And that one's called hedge mustard because I think it smells, leaves smell a bit mustardy. Hello, Mash Fizzword. Yeah, it's a walk. I walked through a country park in Scotland, near Glasgow, in Scotland. I'm going for lunch. I've got my sandwiches in my bag. I've got my flask. I'm just looking for somewhere nice to sit down, rest my butt and eat my sandwiches, and then just generally have a look around. It's a nice entrance to a park. Shall we walk through this bit? Let's walk through this bit. Here we are. Come on. Good place for jogging too, if you're into jogging and cycling. Then we have the river again. If you think this is a good view, you should see further round. There's a bridge, an old-fashioned stone bridge, maybe 200 years old, going over the river. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And beside the bridge, there stands a great mansion called Pollok House. It's in a perfect position. So we've got choices here. Yeah, I'm certainly British. So I don't know if you can read that. Is that clear enough to read? Pollokshaws Road, that way. Pollokshaws West Station. That's where I got on where I arrived on the train. And White Cart Way. So that river behind me must be White Cart. The White Cart. And if I want to go to Langside Station, I can go that way, and it only takes me 7 minutes. That's interesting. I've never tried that station. Very popular place with walkers, walking groups like this. Right, I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way. I want to go this way, okay? Just wish I could cycle. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the attachment to put the phone onto the bicycle or onto me, so I'm using a selfie stick. Isn't this great? Blissful. Absolute bliss. Hi, Orange Juice. Actually streamed lots of times. Yesterday I did a big live stream for about an hour and 10 minutes in a local country park. So you can have a look at that. You'll find there's a playlist of live streams. And it was quite nice too. But I don't have any strict time for my live streams. I don't have a schedule for uploading or anything like that. Yeah, we'll go up that way, because that way will take us to the Borough Collection. Yep. So that's the way for us to go. You can read that. Yeah, thank you very much for that. I'm sorry to hear about your problem. Kate, I assume it's Kate, not Benny. You said Kate earlier. Yeah, it's a common, far too common disease, isn't it? Just something that takes a lot of fighting. I go out to have lunch with a group of friends now and again, all males, and 50% of us have had or have cancer at this point in time. Something that has to be battled. Just have to respect people's privacy, so I don't have anybody videoed that wouldn't want to be. This is my transport for the day. Indeed you are. Well, let's assume you're not going to. Lots of open spaces here too. I've been here many times, and I've done live streams from here many times as well. And I've flown my drone. I've flown over the fabulous Burrell collection, which is a museum. People in Glasgow usually just call it the Burrell. And it is a museum and art gallery. There's lots of that hedge mustard around. You can hear bird song, but you can't hear it. I am videoing this with my other camera. So if you want to see the other camera, because maybe you weren't here when I showed people it before, I shall turn this camera around. There you go. There's the other camera. Oh, there's a nice rainbow effect. Try and get that again. Wow, that's fabulous, isn't it? Yeah, it's a DJI Action 5 Pro. So I've got that on videoing all of this walk just now as well. Unfortunately, I have to hold this. Is my rainbow gone? Yeah, it's back again. Can you see the rainbow effect as well? Small things that entertain me. There we go. So I've got my bicycle and I'm pushing it because I can't cycle and hold a selfie stick at the same time. But yeah, thank you for that suggestion that people should support me. I'd like to get a few more subscribers. I'm finding it's like drawing teeth, trying to get subscribers. The GTG of, oh, I don't understand that, what's that? The GTG? Kate, what's that? That's what I love, is doing close-ups. Special botanical things like this. Hedge mustard. It's the kind of thing that viewers either like or dislike. Don't know, how good are you on trees? Do you recognise that one? If I show you the flowers. That ring bells, you didn't know what that's called. You recognise the leaves anyway, possibly. Recognise those? Look a bit like cannabis, but no, it's not cannabis. It's a great big tree. It's a chestnut, horse chestnut tree. So yeah, thanks for looking in. I've got a like already, that's quite nice. I'm looking for somewhere to have lunch. I've got my sandwiches, I have my flask. Lots of bluebells in the woods here. Oh, and pigeons, you see them? There they go. Bluebells. Doop-be-doop-be-doo. Normally get one or two of my subscribers looking in as well if it's the right time for them. Maybe a bit early in the United States.
Right, okay. We're putting 4,000 down, right? When we come back. When we come back.
Got to go. GTG, got to go, that's what it'll be. And Kate has gone. This could become a thing, live streaming while videoing properly from my chest. See some wild garlic. Some close-ups of wild garlic. You ready for this? Is anybody ready for wild garlic? There it is. Do, 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 do. Oh, another like. Thank you. Thank you. Oh no, not another like, another look. Somebody else looking in. Thank you very much for looking in. You're walking through Pollok Park in Glasgow. Just on the outside, the outskirts of Glasgow. In Scotland, UK. Great Britain, United Kingdom. Looking for somewhere to have lunch. I brought my bicycle with me today on the train, taking it for its lunch, and I'm just going to find somewhere to sit, get my flask out, get my coffee out. I'm kind of wishing I'd brought a cake, but I've got nice sandwiches. I've an all-day breakfast from Lidl, so I'll have that with some coffee. That will do me. People make Glasgow. So that's where we're going. We're going to this building here, which is called the Borough. You could call it the Borough Collection. It's an art gallery museum donated to the people of Glasgow by Sir William Burrell, who was a shipping magnate. So on his death, gave it all and a lot of money to Glasgow. The money was to build somewhere suitable to store his vast collection of paintings, sculptures, stained glass, a whole lot of things. Right, I suppose if there's nobody here, so nobody here looking in, oh, there's somebody looking in. Okay, we'll keep going. A little bit more. If I could go over here. I'm just having a nice day out, finding a decent place to have lunch. Let's go and have a look. Lots of wide open spaces here. Look at that. Isn't that great? And this is another one of those trees I was asking you to identify. Chestnut, horse chestnut tree. I've heard a couple of different stories as to why it's called the horse chestnut. One is that when you pull a leaf off the stem, you pull a leaf off cleanly, it leaves a little pattern underneath like a horseshoe. Maybe true. The other story I heard for the horse chestnut was that the Romans used to feed the chestnuts to their horses. Hi, Rissy Sissy. Thank you very much. Yay. Good morning to you. Do click me a like if you don't mind. Nobody else, well, one person has clicked me a like. I think Kate did earlier. So I'd appreciate that. Now, if I show you around here, there you go. And Bert, Bert, thank you. You can click me a like as well if you don't mind. I've only had one like today. I believe, according to YouTube's alligators or algorithms, if people click likes, it helps it to be shared. There's 8. Why is 18? I'd never understand it. Why would there suddenly be 18 people here? It goes from 1 or nothing to 18. And if only 17 of those would click a like before they go, it would make me very happy. This is the Borough. On 26 people. Brilliant. This is the Borough Gallery in Glasgow. Thank you very much for the extra like, somebody. Much appreciated. Yeah, she'll go up this way and look at the Borough from the outside before I go inside. And tell you something about the Borough. It's got one of the best stained glass, 15th century stained glass collections in Europe, possibly in the world. It's got fabulous sculptures, amazing paintings, suits of armour. And the bit we're looking at just now, this corner on the ground floor, is the restaurant, and it does really good hummus and great scones. So if you're a hummus fan or a scone fan, the other good thing about it at present, it seems quiet. Now I've got my sandwiches with me today, and I'm just looking for somewhere to have my sandwiches. Could be over there in the sunshine, or on some of these steps. I think the steps have won it. Yeah, I'm going to go to those steps and have lunch. And then once I've had my lunch, I might force myself inside to have an expensive scone and jam, or scone and clotted cream. I've been given some encouragement by learning recently that clotted cream has less fat and less cholesterol than butter. Hard to believe. Apparently that is true. So I may go in and have that. It's not too bad. I'd find somewhere in there. Yeah, there's a table there. I would have that one. By the time I finish my lunch, the chances are there'll be more room. Want to see the big Borough sign? If I zoom in, I'm always very happy to zoom in on this camera, especially when I've an external microphone plugged in, because then you don't get a lot of noise when I'm zooming, touching the screen. There you go. The Borough, that's where we are. If you're ever in Scotland on holiday, make your way to Glasgow. Don't just go to Edinburgh. I love Edinburgh to bits, but don't just go to Edinburgh. I mentioned earlier the stained glass. A lot of the stained glass is displayed on the other side of these windows, which is perfect for it. You get the light coming through the stained glass. So, right, these steps would do for a lunch break, wouldn't they? If I want to leave the bicycle chained up, I can go up there. There's a bicycle shed. 2 bicycle sheds. So I can paddle up my bike and then go into there. Yeah, I think that's what to do. Okay, so how am I going to do this? I'd quite like to keep on live streaming it a bit while I'm having lunch, just for a bit, if I can balance everything together. So let's see, how can I do it? Let's put that there. Let's put the bike. I've got my bicycle. If you're new here, I've got my bicycle with me. It's going to stay nicely, like so. That's fine. Okay. And then If I, now you're on a selfie stick at present. You didn't realise that, but you're on a selfie stick. So I'm gonna see if I can just prop you up on the tripod of the selfie stick. And you can enjoy the edifying spectacle of me having a sandwich. If I can do this, can I do this? So you're all over the place just now, so I'm trying this. Anyway, this is what we're trying. I think the last time I was here, there was annoying chainsaw noise. I don't know if you can hear the chainsaw, can you? Right. Why can't I get this tripod to work? Right. Oops, sorry to mess you about. Ah, here we go. I think we're in business. Yeah, we're in business. We are in business. Let's just get it balanced a bit. Ah, that noise would drive me insane. Okay, I think we're right. Okay, we shall mention to anybody who's here that this is the Burrell Gallery, housing the Burrell collection of art, statues and so on, and it's in Glasgow. I'm going to sit on there. I'll leave this running for a bit, and if you're a solitary person who's still here, please give me a like if you would. It's always good, helps the channel, so I'm told. I will start my lunch. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it seems to be working. If you're into gadgets, this is a kind of neck harness from a company called Small Rig. And if I let you see it, it's good for attaching this kind of action cam. It goes around your neck with this thing, snaps shut like that. And a fast release button on the back, you can just open it again to take it off in an emergency, should you have one. And what else does it have? It's got all the pieces for connecting it. If I squeeze these two things here, it releases the magnetic catch and the physical catch very easily. It's very sturdy, it's not going to fall off. And you get this part comes with it. And also an alternative bit where you can put an iPhone, for example, or a phone. For example, the one I'm using just now for you. And that clicks back on again. But I forgot to bring that. I thought I had it in my bag and I didn't. So unfortunately, I've had to walk about. I'll just switch this thing off. If you want to see more of this with better sound, have a look and you'll see a video up. I'll probably make the video from this footage as well, if you want to see it. I was going to fly the drone today also. I've got my drone with me. Got a spare battery with me. But one of the screws on one of the propellers needs to be tighter. I noticed it yesterday, intended to screw it a bit tighter. Forgot all about it. I'm not going to risk putting it up with a screw that's not 100% secure. So I've got my flask, sandwiches, and a decent sized cup. Do, 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 do. Other thing I could mention about this small rig neck holster or neck harness, you could actually use it as a kind of a tripod in a way, as a support. It's heavy enough. You just put that on the ground. I haven't tried twisting it around, but it twists around, bendable thing. You could possibly put it on top of a post. Yeah, top of a fence post or something. So it's got other uses. It's quite useful. Yeah, I think. Get it in there. I should have a coffee to go with this, but maybe gone. Anyway, I think that's enough. I think that's enough of a live stream. So thank you very much for Stuart McKinnon. Thank you very much. And Ellen, oh yeah, and I've got a few nut likes as well. Brilliant. Dynamite, brilliant. Just about to have lunch, so I think I'll just switch this off. You don't want to see me eating a sandwich, do you? Thank you very much for looking in and for the extra likes. That's always appreciated. I'll maybe do another live stream before I go. I won't live stream inside because it's a dead spot inside there and their Wi-Fi is deplorable. So Stuart and Illinois and Kate, who's now gone probably, and others, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Have a good day, everybody. Don't forget to click all the usual things you're supposed to click.